Okay, we're going to change the starter on this 3100 Malibu engine on a 2001 Malibu. Now the starter is buried down there somewhere in those shadows. I have a new starter here, and it gives me a clue how it must be bolted in. So I can see down there the solenoid's pointing straight up at me. Looks like we've got probably a long through bolt there and a shorter bolt here. So I'm going to disconnect those battery cables and see if I can find those two bolts that hold this starter to the engine block. It's going to be easier to go underneath the car, and you can see here the electrical connections you need to disconnect. Also, I can see, and there's a plastic shroud here that covers the other bolt. So here's our two bolts, one there and one on the other side. There's a plastic shroud down there, and it's got just two bolts that hold it in. They're 10 millimeter. And take this shroud off first because it's in your way. You've got a bolt here which is hard to get to, and this other one which is easy to get to. Take it out first. Okay, now the two starter bolts that bolt it to the engine are 15 millimeter. One's easy to get to, the other one's hard. The short bolt's hard to get to. What I did is I put a short 15 millimeter, there it is, 15 millimeter wrench on it, so it hung. And then I put this bar in there, come down from the top, it's a long bar here, and I was able to pry it loose. And after that, I can get it out with my fingers even. So, little tip there. It's really tight getting your hand in there. You can't get a ratchet and a socket in on that one, unless you use all kinds of angle drives and such. Okay, I got the new starter in. Here's the old starter. Pretty small, in my opinion, under-engineered for an engine this size. Some tips. Put the long bolt in first in the back. You can get under it with a socket and an extension, and just remember where the bolt head was when you took it out, and push it up and turn it until you engage the threads, and then do the front bolt last. It's hard to get your hand in there, so do the back bolt first, the front one. Put the shroud on. Then I just put the one shroud bolt back on, and you don't need that other one that's hard to get to, and it should go back. This whole job should take you about an hour and a half max. Okay, you can hear and see that the car is running, ready to drive it until something else breaks. Okay, goodbye.